Hey, what's up? It's your boy B-Man-G, short for Prodigy Matt Ganger, and we're Terracumin today, and you're looking at Teres deck pics. You know, it's a series. I'm gonna take some pictures of my deck and show it to people online, and now you're gonna get an overview. Oh my god, Zoo-Doo-Doo. One sec, my cat is fucking everything up. She just knocked over some coins. Don't worry about that. Okay. So first, I'm gonna go over spells and units. I'm gonna swap how I do the deck profiles. If you have a preferred thing, like, let me know. Oh wait. Spells, we got 2 Last Resort. This is just cheap removal, aimed to remove the opponent's cheap minions. Playing 2 of it. Crimson Assault. This spell is broken. 1 mana to give something a 1 mana discount. And then, you know, if it's the 3rd one you've played, just get a 3 mana discount. Really good. Pretty much your whole deck is machines. It's just good. You want to cycle it. Next up, we got the Great Escape. This card pretty much in every purple deck. If your opponent plays removal or something, just pop this. At any point, if you pop this for 6 or 9 mana back, you pretty much win the game on the spot. Dang, where's the other spells? Oh yeah, and then we got the GOAT, Scandalous Manifesto. You know, you deal 5 to yourself, remove a random enemy unit from the game. This gets around Veil and is all around really fun. It's pretty needed right now. You want to avoid the death triggers, and then you want to just, like, you know, be able to play the game. 4 mana to be able to do that, I'll take it. Alright, next up, we got the units. So I'm gonna go with the payoffs first. So, like, we got Hirondale, and he's going on delay because he is a big baddie that wants to hit face once, and then he becomes 3 mana 2/8 agility. So most of this deck wants to bounce the opponent's creatures and just, like, hit face with very big snowball threats, while not letting your opponent set up at all. It's kind of like an aggro deck. And this card is just really high value for 3 mana. If it hits, it's really great because then your opponent needs to deal with it immediately. And it forces your opponent to put blockers on the board. You're really good at removing their blockers through other effects. And yeah, it's just really good. Next up, we got 3 Maha Gain Sheriff. So he's a big ball guy, and he makes himself unblockable if there's a card in your opponent's EX pocket. Because of how the deck works, this is going to happen most of the time. And if he hits face, so like energy, this on both of them can repeat. So like when you're using energy, it procs it once, and then you could just keep proccing it. So every time he hits face, he's going to get bigger. And he's a 3 mana 2/8 after the first hit, unblockable. Very difficult to deal with and needs another immediate threat, or else he's just going to be, an immediate answer. Or else he will just be removed. Next up for payoffs, we got 4 mana Blizzak Stragoff. This dude is the homie. He gets really big. He turns into a 4 mana 3/9. He, you know, 2 cards in your opponent's EX pocket. Pretty common, just big guy. And his energy is probably the best. You get 2 mana back every time he hits face. And gaining the 2 energy just for attacking. Like, even just putting him at 2 out of 5, he's just scary. Your opponent needs to block it. 2 mana in a burst in this game is really nuts. And being able to, like, almost guarantee he hits face every time he hits with all your bounce just goes hard. You'll keep going ahead, getting a mana advantage over your opponent and snowballing. Okay, where's the rest? This a big payoff, Jet Black Shadow Phantom. Resonate procs a lot, actually, just because you're running like 1 mana cycle spell. And he deals 3 to something. When he hits, he summons another copy of himself and becomes a 2/8. This goes out of control really fast because then you're filling your board for cheap. And you're also getting bigger for cheap. pretty much your opponent will always answer this, but I mean, he forces it out. They have to. On the rare occasion where your opponent doesn't answer it, you just win. And now we got Big Bitch. Sea Blue Fairy Leviathan goes hard. So she gets Rush. There's gonna be a card in the opponent's EX pocket, so she's gonna get +1/+1 in combo every time. Pretty much 3/9, 6 mana, 3/9 Rush combo goes crazy. Energy, giving the unit card with highest MP cost -3 MP. So this is nutty, because if she has combo, she's gonna get that 3 energy twice, and then she's gonna be prepped for it even if she doesn't hit face after the first time. So like, your opponent needs to answer this, but it's really difficult to answer, and even if she just hits face once, like, game can just be over. If she hits face twice, you're just getting that value. She pays for herself. Goated card. Yeah, and now we got the removal. So every other card, I'm gonna go in order of niche to broken. So niche, we got Jury. She's not a machine, very important. But ascended, +1/+1, remove a random enemy unit with 6 HP. Whoa. It's her manifesto, ladies and gentlemen. She is cracked. Most decks are playing like 3 of her, and you definitely can if you want. Just take out, like, I don't know, whatever you don't like. And yeah, she is going to be really important dealing with threats you otherwise couldn't deal with. And she doesn't care about mana cost or anything, and your opponent can't respond to it because you're just playing a card. It's instant, and yeah, it's a really good card. Now we got, okay, what's the next niche? I'm gonna go Beautiful 8 Trish, another human, and she returns the unit in front with MP cost of 7 or less. Then she gets -1 attack. Very important. If your opponent has 2 cards in their EX pocket and then she bounces, you get no minus attack. So she's just 6 mana, 8/10, remove a guy. She's nuts. She gets combo with coordination too. I mean, if she hits face with combo, you're winning the game. She's really good. Play her, please. Alright, now we got Eratoria. Eratorier. Yeah, her. Okay. So she's got Veil, first of all. There's also 2 big reasons to play her. Oh my god. I'm just gonna... Elephants in the room. Yeah. Okay. So that out of the way. Veil, 6 mana, 4/6. That refunds to 4 if your opponent has no enemy units. This is normally your opener. It's like your best opener if you can do it. People that know they're playing against the deck will slam something immediately to not let her do that. But yeah, this card's just nuts. You get huge value with her, and it being Veil makes her really difficult to interact with regular spells. She's just really annoying for the opponent. And then when a friendly unit's placed on the field, you remove a random enemy unit with MP cost 5 or less from the game. This snowballs really hard because they don't want her to hit them, just because then you're winning on damage. And I mean, if they play a blocker, it's got to either be really big or it dies immediately to playing something. And like, some people do it on reaction, but literally you can do it like last second just on a read and blow your opponent out if you want. And if not, you just committed more to the board and they still have to deal with the big threat and it already hit their face. And we got Mystery vs Red Spider. This is probably the reason why the deck is so good. This card is absolutely nuts. When it's in your hand or EX, friendly machine units placed on the field gets -1 MP. And the when played, return all units in front of the board slots occupied by friendly machines to the EX. This is just win the game a lot of the time. You just want to let this card sit in your hand, but even playing this for 10 mana if you have a full board is broken. It just clears the opponent. If they just commit a board, you say nope, and then they lose. Really fun card. I hope it doesn't get nerfed, but yeah, really fun card. Now we got the two main, so like this is your opener. And then these are your counters to the opponent's openers. We got Hanu Machine. I don't know if this guy's a monkey or like a chicken guy. Yeah, shit, I'm really not sure what he is. But so he returns a unit that costs 4 or less, and then buffs himself to 3/4 or 4/5. Card's really good once again. Like, bouncing's good. This game is really dominated by small cost units because you're pretty much forced to play them. It punishes and you just go really ahead on mana on every bounce. And yeah, card's really good. It will snowball the game for you, gets you started, and gets you going. And now, I mean, if it wasn't Spider, it's this. We got Rouge and Joan, or Rogue and Joan, I don't know. But these baddies are out here. This bitch just removes immediately. 2 or more machine cards, you're gonna have that every time. 5 or less, and a 2/6. This bitch is overstated. Flat out, this card will just do everything. Like 90% of the threats are 5 mana or less, unless if you're against black, you just say no. And then you put a good card on the board. Now I'm gonna go with synergies really quick. Oh my god. I can just bounce these and then bounce the opponent's shit more with cards like Rogue and Joan. Just do that, do everything. And then we got the thing that makes the deck tick. We're Dante, so we got Ebony and Ivory. This returns a card to the EX pocket and makes Resonate go an additional time. We got Jet Black Shadow Phantom. It's just like, sometimes it comes up, you can heal pretty good. But this is unconditional. This card is nuts. You get a flat return enemy unit to the EX pocket, which can overflow a lot of the time, making it just a flat out kill spell. But it synergizes with everything else. Like, you're flooding your opponent's EX pocket with all of these cards. You're making them overflow, you're making them not be able to use their own EX pocket because it's always full. And then you have really good cards when they try to scramble to clear their EX pocket and try to put out blockers for you. This deck is really disgusting. Extremely strong. I called it Machine Girl because Neon White soundtrack goes hard. And yeah, that's it for the deck profile. Now I have a game thing. And I'm gonna try to like live commentate those games. Let me know what you think. Thank you.
Let's get this over
Hey, what's up? It's your boy P-Matt G, short for Prodigy Matt Gamer, and we are doing the gameplay audio. I have no audio for this. I had no idea it was going to be like that. And I'll have live gameplay soon. I could have had live gameplay this time, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, let's see this. So here we're going 5/6 mana. I wanted to do this in real time, by the way. If you don't like that, let me know. Okay, so here we got, you know, we just waiting for 10 mana. It's the Teppen Classic. And we are going to play the first card. They got that 4-drop going on, Immediate Blocker. Honestly, this is not bad. Yeah, look, Rogue and Joan, just doing it. Immediate bounce. And here we're just looking for what the opponent is trying to do. We don't really know what they're on yet. It's DSP or DWP. But like, we want to make sure we can start getting a mana advantage here. We want to get rid of their blockers. So like, we have a good answer for the blocker, but we also
Got you running scared.
so like, answer the blocker immediately. Now they have to deal with the bottom card. Has a removal. This doesn't really matter though. She has to discard a card for it and takes damage. Really good for us. And we should be able to clinch this up.
Baby.
Yeah, just by playing that. If they play another blocker, it gets messed up. Pretty easy stomp. This is just showing the kind of like how fast the deck can snowball. They just didn't
Done
really
warming up yet?
Don't worry. I'll be ever so gentle.
Yeah, they didn't really ever get to get on the board there. Okay, next we got Dante versus Morgan. We're up against Heal. Heal purple, really scary right now. And we open Arendelle again. 6-drop bitch. And 6-drop bitch here, huge value. It clears basically their entire deck. I'm gonna wait till 7 mana, I think, here, or 8. Oh yeah, wait till 7. Oh my god, my memory crazy. Roge and Jean is not up yet, which is kind of scary, but they just do it by playing a spell for us. They're gonna draw 2, which is amazing for us. That turns on our 3-drop. But I see another one. I think I just play it. Yeah, late. Like, oh my god, now it's online again. They played Lady D, but it really doesn't matter. Like, this position is pretty much already a win. They didn't block there. They're waiting for 10 mana. And I have a really dumb play here just by being able, yeah, remove their 4-drop again. There goes the Twins. Trying to do it the second just so they can't, like, try to value me. They set up a Jury here and get a couple heals going, but that immediately puts it in the range of our Jury, and now I'm just waiting for him to overcommit. We see he's at 2 mana for the stuff, so he has no answer. He can't really play any drops that'll trade. And then we have really good removal, and he just kills himself. Now we are up against Antibody activation. Antibody very, very strong. It goes pretty hard. Like, not gonna lie, it's a scary thing. I just realized I don't have audio on my media source. You know what? I know how to fix that. It's all good. Okay. So here we're just, yeah, waiting. He plays Bosch. This matchup can be really annoying based on Bosch, because they can just clear your board and you don't really want to bounce it because he gets more and more. But this was a big mistake from the opponent, I think, here, is not having a EX pocket slot open, because now we can just bounce that immediately. Our hand is really stacked, as you can see. We have the 2 Rogan Jones, and that will contest pretty much everything for the next bit. It contests any early snowball threat too. That I was not expecting, so it does hit face, which we're kind of just trying to fiend out here. Does play No Music, No Life. He's getting a lot of good discounts, and it's looking like it's going to be a pretty back and forth game immediately, because he's going to have answers for a lot. See the error tier, no reason not to play it. It's open, and now he's going to start clearing. This is where I just have to play the mana right. If he does that again, I just Great Escape. And even though he might be able to blow me out here, Great Escape just wins the game if he doesn't have the answer, and it's probably not going to be live after that, because he's going to want to start playing threats. He has no cards in the EX pocket, but we got Ebony and Ivory, which should seal the game now if we get one hit. Okay, so, he's hitting. Just play the Trish for tempo here. Risky play, but I don't see a reason not to. Rogan Joan bounced a blocker. And now we ask him a very important question here. Do you want to take 16 damage? He can try to put a blocker out, but I could just Ebony and Ivory it. He only has 2 mana outsides. And he places the blocker. I time that. Oh my god, I'm kind of nice with it. Low-key, y'all saw that. He places the blocker, we get the bounce, he takes 16. And now he's just setting up, but I think that DJ costs 3 or something. Oh, he's already dead. But the 1-drop spell there gets a lot of mileage for the cost reduction. And now, oh my god. This is outdated, and it took me a while to record the audio because that was 1800 points top 100. This dude is cracked though, so now we just gotta see it. Damn, we got Hirondelle. And we got the 6-drop again. The 6-drop just immediately, or I like to play that 7 or 8, just depending, because it lets me immediately play the 3-drop. He's gonna play 0. And now it's time. So my only real answer to zero is Trish, and I'm just gonna shotgun it. And yeah, it's kind of just like a game of chicken, but just hitting really slow. His zero hit me for 2. He plays zero again. And I feel like you'll know where this is going. I'm noticing here, if I play this right, if he's just content with doing this because he's winning on the life total, I'm content too because he's not helping his antibody at all. He's just playing it. It's gonna deal with the Trish really well. But the second I have Ebony and Ivory, I should just be able to cleanse the game up. Probably gonna wait right until it's over. Yeah, last second Trish. Now I just ask him to play zero one more time, and the game is probably over because I can Ebony it, and then immediately after Erator. You have Ebony right before it hits. Now I play the 6-drop, and it's gonna be good. Yeah, now it's like, what does he do? He's behind 7 mana off of that 0, and I have good answers for everything. I'm just gonna shotgun that. Even though that might seem like low value, it forces him to put a blocker in front of it, or else I'm gonna go even more up on mana, and that pretty much cinches the game right there. The second that hit face, he plays 0 again. I just bounce it. I'm almost to another Ebony and Ivory, and he just hasn't committed to anything. The opening play was like kind of cool because yeah, you get ahead, but not really anything he can do. Yeah, now we're just waiting. He plays Bosch. I bounce immediately. He is gonna have that removal though. I'm pretty sure I just changed Crimson Assault here. Yeah.
There's no point in this. Just accept your.
He's gonna Heroic Strike. That's actually pretty big. That makes everything die except for Trish. But, you know, Trish is just play the 6-drop immediately. And then shotgun it again. I don't really care about the removal because I just want to put pressure on. He is at 10. I only need to do that.
Talk about pathetic.
And next game I think is against Wesker.
I'll give you 5 minutes.
Yeah, now we're just gonna see what happens here. Wesker, Bringer of Nightmares, pretty tough matchup. They always have stuff in the EX pocket, which is good, but they are so good at outvaluing. And now we just get to see how it works. We got a pretty decent opener. Rogan Joan isn't on, but we have good removal for early threats. And I don't know, I like opening Scandalous Manifesto here. It's really good against just initial snowball pushes. I'm pretty sure I played the 3-drop here or from
Sweet dreams.
Yeah, so play that. Didn't draw a machine again, which is pretty nuts. And now I just, I'm waiting. I play the 1-8, even though it'll die. I just really want to cycle here. My hand is good, but I really wanted to draw another machine for the early Rogan Jones, so now I'm just kind of waiting, feeling up my options. And I think my win con here for sure is just trying to play very slow. Do this, just want to clear out my EX pocket and not really waste mana. And I mean, I have a really good trade here. He plays that, which is really surprising. That's gonna immediately put a lot of pressure on me. I just wait, I bounce that card back because I want to remove that. I don't want him to get any more value off of that. Scandalous Manifesto, just bye-bye. Go down to 0 mana. And I feel like that was a pretty big risk from me, especially because I still don't have any Rogan Joan online. You know, I just see what he answers. Trish is definitely going to die here, yeah. Now we just wait. The game's not really going good so far, especially with that Balrog is kind of scary. I probably just play Erater here.
Let's rock, baby.
You know, Hannah Machine's gonna go pretty well. Bounce the Balrog. And now it just depends on what he wants to play again. Erater is online with the
Sweet dreams.
with the removal. I'm gonna try to set it up. This might stagger his blocker too and make him miss. It does, and now we just wait for his response. He might play Balrog again. He's probably just gonna play a little revenge guy. If he does, happily spin it back. And he timed that really well. Air Tier is gone, and now I'm just waiting again. One life closer. He plays the Balrog again. And Zombie, I feel like the Zombie was a little overcommittal. I finally get to cycle this card and then just get it out. It being out of my hand is perfect. I finally get Rogan Joan on one, and then I play the minion. I tried to jury the Balrog, and then he just played another card. Kind of unfortunate, and now Balrog's just beating me up. I'm kind of just being outplayed here. Like, really good stuff to the Wesker. And now I'm just waiting. I feel like not a lot of stuff has gone my way. Balrog's definitely going to deal some damage here with Oichi. I have a 3-3. If it hits face, I go pretty well. I'm going to try to spin stuff. Spin both of them, and I get the hit face just for 2 mana. He plays Oichi like really fast though. That could have been bad. I have another Hana machine for the Oichi here. Then he plays that. I go for the spin, and then it's my fault. I went for the 50-50. It didn't pay off. And he's at 44 AP. This is really not looking too good. Rogan Joan again. I go for the 50-50. I get it wrong. I'm just being punished for gambling. That hits a really good block from him getting Rogue out. Now I just kind of gotta weigh my options. Crimson Assault cycle. I need to watch out for my life total. Black doesn't really play any burn. But like, this is not the best trade here. I don't know why he's not pressuring the other lanes. I feel like he really could have. But yeah, and then there's the Balrog immediately. I do have Ebony and Ivory though. And this is where Machine can just start stealing the game. She hits. I'm gonna get that juicy discount. And yeah, now he's just gotta deal with her. You just gotta deal with the big ass unit that's gonna keep snowballing. She lives again, gives me a really juicy removal. And now I can get rid of another blocker the second he plays something. It does end up blocking, but then that hits face again, giving me another discount. And even though the game looked pretty unwinnable, the opponent played really well. It's like all of a sudden, complete shift here. Good pressure on all 3 lanes. He doesn't really have any good way to block, because even with that and that going on, he's cheating stuff in. Just like, what does he do? I'm gonna be able to bounce his card. I wait until the last second there just to try and make him, like, force him to do more mana. Right, please, that hits phase. I'm really happy. I got the heal for 3 off of the Pitch Black Shadow guy. 4-drop machine. Which is nice, and then I am pressuring the territories.
A little gift.
Card's so good, down to 30 seconds. Time is definitely going to be a factor here because, I mean, he's going to be able to put up as many blockers as possible. But that, not being able to block that going to 6 might be really tough here because I have so much balance. That's going to kill it. 17 seconds, play that, just want to do that, get the spin. And now we're pressuring. All I need to do is get one more hit here. No other card's going to be able to hit. I read the blocker.
Yeah, baby.
And put him down. Immediate surrender from the Wesker there. Thank you all so much. Yeah, just wanted to pump out this commentary. See ya. Let me know what you think.